Well, let's dive into our widgets, our Whissel widget of the week. I'll let you go first.
So my widget is a free tool for Windows users, PC users. And I really found I needed this tool when I upgraded my monitor. I got an ultra-wide monitor, and then I took my 27-inch monitor and I made it vertical on the side. And I was having trouble utilizing the space in the best way possible. So this tool, I'm able to be a lot more specific on how I want to display my screens. So it's called Windows Grid. It's windowsgrid.net. And what I can do, and this is really what I wanted it for, on my vertical screen, I could only do left side of the screen or right side of the screen with the regular Windows setup. Super annoying. You get these really long, really narrow windows. Now I can have it set up to where I can have, as many as I want, but I have it set up as 3 screens. So I have my workplace chat on top, I have my YouTube in the middle, I have my Facebook chat on the bottom, and it's spaced out really nicely, and it just snaps to it. So windowsgrid.net is my widget of the week, and it is free.
And they have one for Mac, because we use these ultra-wide monitors. We use it's called Magnet on a Mac. I think it cost $1.
Ooh, see? PC. I'm saving you money.
Yeah.
I just bought a new PC, which I did not save you money on in the short term, but the long term, it will save me hours.
Brian is expensive. If you guys want a Brian on your team, you got to understand they're expensive, especially around Black Friday every year. They get very, very expensive.
Yeah, I spend about $4 to your $1 you spend on me. So that's fine. I mean, half of my salary, I think, goes into more camera shit for you that I pay for.
Well, let's do this. I'm going to shift my widget of the week based on what you just talked about. And it's the widget of the week that I want to talk about is something that can really, really increase your productivity when you're at the office. And what I see a lot of people do is they run these 2 monitor setups in their office. And 2 monitor setups are great, right? You could have like your email on one side so you can kind of keep tabs on what's going on there. While on the other monitor, you could be focusing on whatever it is that you're actually doing. And you could see the emails as they come in without having to switch back and forth. And so dual monitor setups have been an amazing thing for a long time, but recently they've come out with what Brian mentioned, which is called an ultra-wide monitor. And what an ultra-wide monitor is essentially 2 monitors in one. So what's beautiful is you can run it like a dual monitor setup where you could have your email on the left side and you could have, your browser, whatever you're working on the right side. But in the event that, let's say you're working on a big spreadsheet, like we're diving into our CSU numbers, I wanted to see a lot more data. When I'm on a 2 monitor setup, I can't display all of that data spread out across the 2 monitors, or I'm sure there's a program I could, but it's going to be really choppy because it's going to be space in the middle. But what I can do with an ultra-wide single monitor is I can now display that entire spreadsheet all the way across the entire width of what's equal to 2 screens. And so that really, really helps out. That's super efficient. And like Brian said, with Windows Grid or with Magnet, you can really play around, and I could break that up into 4 separate screens or 6 screens, however I want to. But I have a lot more room to work with and more flexibility because it's one single monitor as opposed to 2 separate ones. And I'm not bouncing back and forth left to right. And then the other thing, let's see, what else with the ultra-wides?
Curved.
The curved versions, so they make them curved and non-curved. Curved just helps because they are super wide. And it's less head churning because it's really, really wide. But overall, I love the ultra wide thing. Oh, the last thing I was going to hit on too is if you have a computer that doesn't have multiple video outputs, when you go to a 2 monitor setup, now you have to buy another video card that gives you dual monitor outputs. When you go to a single ultra wide monitor, you're not having to do any upgrades. So it can save you money there as well.
I'm going to try and do 3 monitors soon.
You're such a geek.
I'm just stealing that from Tom. Sorry, Tom.
That's what we've got for you. Hopefully you guys got a lot of value out of today's podcast. We'd love to stay connected with you. The best way to do that, go to thewhisselway.com. You can hop in there, join our Facebook group, which is where you can ask questions that we will answer here on the show. You can also get connected with our podcast, our YouTube channel, and find out about the next Media Mayor Mastermind that we have coming up. So thewhisselway.com. Also, if you guys are enjoying this, if you're on YouTube, make sure to give us a thumbs up, give us a comment letting us know what you thought about the episode, or if you're listening on iTunes or Spotify, make sure to give us a 5-star rating on there if you enjoy the show, because that'll really help us out and expose us to more people that can hopefully get value out of it.
And if you hate it, give it a 4-star.
Yeah.
If you love it, 5-star. Hate it, 4-star. We'll live with that.
I love it. Thanks so much for tuning in. Wait. Before you leave, I want to share some more tips and tricks that we're using in our business to take it to that next level. Just click right here. And don't forget to subscribe. Click right here.